how I'm going to explain the unexplainable. Usually people, mathematicians, teachers, my mom, would always say that the rule is
a number for the numerator and 0 for the denominator will always be undefined.
Why? I never understood what it meant. So, I finally asked my mother, and she finally told me, after all these years, she finally explained to me what it means. So, I'm here to help you guys who don't understand it quite yet, why 0 in a base of a fraction will always be undefined.
And it's because of this. Let's say, for instance, you divide it. You divide it. So you got it's 1.000, etc., etc., etc. No matter how far you go along the zeros, and a 0. So it doesn't, like, to put 0 into 1, you have to divide it. You basically have to start with, you can start with any number. Let's say x is any number. 10, 100, 1, 1,000, million. It doesn't matter how much you do it, how much the quantity of it is. It can be 100, it can be 1, it just doesn't matter. It'll be 0. You subtract it, and you'll still get the same answer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You will be stuck in a time loop paradox conundrum thing, and you'll always get the same thing that you started with. You won't get an answer, nothing. It'll just be what you started with, because it is that's why it's undefined.
If b equals 0, it is considered undefined because it doesn't matter what you do. It'll still give you the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So that's why they call it undefined. You just can't get a different answer.
And it's just not, you're not going to solve it. It'll be defined. Undefined. It's undefined. Da-na-na-na. So now, if you had a 0 at the top where the numerator is, like so, like, for instance, if you had a over b, in the places of a would be the 0, and in the places of b, you would have a number. Now, this would give you 0, because 0 divided by a number will always be 0. You know? A number times 0 is always going to be 0. So, this is how you can explain why. It is because you can just say it like this. 0 times 1 over any non-zero number will always equal 0. This is defined, this is the definition of division. This is the definition of division. This is because of the multiplication property of 0 that we know that 0 over any non-zero number will be 0. This is the multiplication property of 0. And it's just like a times 0 will always equal 0.
Multiplication property of 0.
And that is why any number in the denominator spot and 0 in the numerator's position will always equal 0, no matter what. So, yeah, that's basically it.